It's the Beck Center Game of the Week on Georgia-Alabama Sports Line, presented by Glenn Smith Chevy GMC, Coca-Cola, Kinetic Credit Union, and Jack Houston Memorial Hospital and the Houston Clinic. I'm Dave Plata, and we have GIAA playoffs for flag football here at Diamond Field. The first game of the day, the first round, actually the state quarterfinals, will pit number 4 Brookstone and number 5 Heritage in this matchup. This is the fourth time the two teams have met this season. All 3 times, the previous 3 meetings, Brookstone came out a winner, but they were all close games. October 15th, Brookstone a winner at home against Heritage 6-0. And then on the road, winning 13-6 5 days later, October 20th. Last Monday, the two teams met up here at Diamond Field, and Brookstone, again, a winner by a score of 6-0, a tight ball game all the way. These two teams are pretty well matched up. Close game, so this one, anything can happen. The winner of this one will move on to the state semifinals and take on host Pacelli. That'll be today at 6 o'clock. Heritage coming into the game 5-5, 0-5 in their region. Brookstone 3-4, 3-1 in region. So here we are getting things started off. The Brookstone Lady Cougars will will get the ball first. They'll start off on their own 16-yard line with basically the 1st and 6. So here we go, playoff flag football underway. Emma Mathis at quarterback taking the snap, rolling to her right, the little toss to Madison Allport. Allport brought down by Andy Lane Davenport of Heritage, but she picks up the first down, a gain of 7 on the play. So Brookstone moving it to the 21-yard line and setting up a new set of downs. So it'll be first and 19. Remember, they have to get to the 50-yard line for the next first down. The snap to Mathis. Mathis, the handoff. It's Andy Addison left to the near side, chased out of bounds by Reagan Cranford. A nice pickup on the play, a pickup of about 11, 12 yards. Let's see where they mark the ball. They will mark the ball at the 36-yard line. So that was a gain of 15. That'll set up a 2nd down and 4. A 2nd down and 4 for Brookstone. Playing fast. Snap to Mathis with a player in motion. Mathis handing the ball off, this time right side. And that was Blakely Hayes, who eludes a couple of tacklers, picks up the first down before she is stopped at about the 33-yard line here. Another first down for the Lady Cougars, marching it downfield here on this opening possession of this game. Running clock, of course, in flag football through the first quarter and all the way up to the 2-minute warning in the second. The snap to Mathis. Mathis, a quick toss out to Maggie Heil. It is dropped, so the pass is incomplete. That'll set up a 2nd down. It'll set up a 2nd down and 10 for the Lady Cougars. Hey, the first quarter is sponsored by Carol Purdue, your local State Farm agent who supported Georgia-Alabama Sports Live from the beginning. Give her a call today. He's the biggest State Farm agent in East Alabama and has customers both sides of the river. All right, 2nd and 10. The handoff was to Blakely Hayes. She's brought down in the backfield. Good play there by the Lady Hawks. That was Andy Lane Davenport coming up with the tackle for loss. A loss of a yard on the play. That'll set up a 3rd down and 11. Mathis over the middle. The pass is picked off. The interception by Heritage. Great play there. That was Bailey Arrington, the freshman, who's also the quarterback, picking off the pass from Emma Mathis. So the Lady Hawks will take over, and then we'll bring it back. They'll still open up their first drive of the day on their own 32-yard line. Good defensive play there by the Hawks. It'll set up a 1st and 8. As I mentioned, on the 32-yard line, Heritage. They've lost 3 close games to Brookstone. Here's their chance to get it back and move into the state semifinals if they can take care of business. We'll have to see how things go. Arrington setting up at quarterback for the Hawks. She takes the snap, looks over the middle. The pass completed. That was the pass was to Kaylin Swager. She's brought down immediately, but Let's see where they mark it. They will mark it at the 37-yard line, so it'll be a 2nd down and 3 for Heritage. Beautiful weather here today. Right now it's 78 degrees here with a light wind. Arrington rolling to her right. She is brought down in the backfield. That was Sophie Colgrove making the stop. A loss of a couple yards. Let's see where they mark this one. They're going to mark it down at the 35-yard line. It was a loss of 3.
3rd down 5.
So it's going to be a 3rd and 5. Ball on the 35-yard line. 5 minutes to go here in the 5 plus to go here in the first quarter of this scoreless game, this playoff contest between Brookstone and Heritage. The snap, Arrington looking, going to her left, finding Lucy Downs. Downs brought down she does not quite break the plane at midfield, so that'll set up a 4th down and about 1. So Heritage needing to pick up at least 1 yard here. The line to gain midfield. The 40-yard line. The 50 if you're looking at the markings on the field, but it is a 40-yard line. Flag football uses an 80-yard field, and first downs are determined by each chunk of 20 yards. So here we go, 4th and 1. Arrington over the middle, the pass. It is completed. Olivia Walton making the catch. A good play. Nice pass over the middle. Right on target. So Arrington with the good pass, moving the chains. That will set up a 1st down and 10 for the Lady Hawks on the 30-yard line. Their first possession, driving the ball well. Brookstone drove. Heritage coming up with the defensive play. Let's see if Brookstone matches it or not. Arrington over the middle once again and again, finding Walton, and Walton picking up another 1st down.
Louise Cottrell on the stop.
She'll be marked down at the 19-yard line.
1st down, Hawks.
Yep, they're marking it at the 19-yard line. Louise Cottrell, by the way, on the tackle on that one. So it will be 1st and goal from the 19. Heritage try to take this first possession and turn it into points. Bailey Arrington looking over the middle. Again, another pass. Off the fingertips of Kaylin Swanger. It is incomplete. That'll set up a 2nd and goal from the 19-yard line.
Pass intended for Swanger falls incomplete. 2nd down.
Head coach Justin Stevens setting in a play. We'll see what the Lady Hawks do. Brookstone, of course, trying to come up with a good defensive stop here. Late in the first quarter by a little over 3 minutes remaining here in the first. The snap, Arrington dropping back, looking, forced to scramble a little bit. Over the middle, the pass is complete. And once again, it's Olivia Walton with a nice catch. She juggles it a little bit as she stretches forward. It's complete. And that will set up a 3rd down and about a 3rd and goal. And timeout called by Brookstone. So let's take a break. You're watching GIAA playoff flag football on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Are you looking for a powerful new Chevrolet or GMC truck and a great deal? Check them out side by side at Glenn Smith in Opelika. Take your choice of new Chevrolet and GMC 1500 trucks discounted up to $12,000 off. Chevy and GMC heavy-duty trucks discounted up to $7,000 off. People from all over the USA save at Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC in Opelika, Alabama. Get ready to smile.
I'm always on the go. But with the Kinetic Credit Union app, Kinetic is always...
Back here at Diamond Field, Heritage in the red zone trying to see what they can come up with. A pass completed. The stop made on about the 1-yard line. We'll see where they mark it. Okay, so it'll be now a 3rd and goal from the 2-yard line for Heritage. Heritage on their opening drive trying to turn it into points and be the first team on the scoreboard here in this GIAA state quarterfinal matchup. Bailey Arrington's done a fine job at quarterback here on this opening drive. We'll see if they got the last 2 yards in them. Harrington looking over the middle, and the pass is picked off. Interception by Brookstone's Gigi Waldrop. What a clutch play. Interception answered the opening interception. Both teams have picked off the ball when the other offense was driving well. Waldrop brought down at the 10-yard line, but Brookstone coming up with a clutch play here to deny Heritage the points. So the game remains scoreless here. Under 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Here's Brookstone's second drive, starting off on their own 10-yard line. So it'll be a 1st and 10. The snap. Emma Mathis takes it and takes off.
Penalty marker on the play.
There's a flag on the play.
Left in.
Mathis went sprawling on that one. We'll see what the call is. It was a gain of 5. And then tack on another 10 yards. So it'll be a 1st down for the Cougars on their own 25-yard line. Getting a little bit of help from Heritage on that one. So 1st and 15 from the 25. Mathis handing the ball off near side. It's Blakely Hayes. Hayes down the near sideline. She's stopped at about the 33-yard line. Let's see where they mark this one.
Stopped by Davenport.
They're going to mark it at the 36 instead. Nice little pickup of 11 yards there on the play. That'll set up a 2nd and 4 for Brookstone. We're at about the 1 minute mark here in the first quarter. Remember, running clock. Emma Mathis with a player in motion. Snap. Pitch. The pitch back was meant for Gigi Waldrop, but the pitch was behind Waldrop. There wasn't a chance Waldrop was going to be able to double back and get that one. So the play is blown dead on the fumble. A loss of 6 yards on the play. That'll set up a 3rd and 10 for the Lady Cougars here.
3rd down 10.
Mathis dropping back, looking. Little outlet pass to Blakely Hayes, but Heritage right there for the stop. Good defense by the Lady Hawks. That was Andy-Lane Davenport making the tackle. And so that'll set up a 4th down and 8, and Brookstone is going to elect to punt on this one. So nothing doing for Brookstone on their second drive. Maggie Heil with the punt. Sending it end over end, but goes out of bounds and around the 30-yard line as the first quarter comes to an end. So here, 1 quarter in the books, no score. You're watching the GIAA playoffs on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
I'm always on the go. But with the Kinetic Credit Union app, Kinetic is always with me. The Kinetic mobile app is virtual banking at its best. With the Kinetic mobile app, I can easily send and receive money, make a deposit, pay some bills, and I can even open up a new account, all from my phone. And I can monitor all my accounts in one place, all on the go. The Kinetic mobile app, energized banking at its best.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
And we're back at Diamond Field. Second quarter of this GIAA flag. The ball. It's a 1st and 10 from their own 26-yard line. Pass over the middle is dropped. Bailey Arrington to Olivia Walton. Walton in double coverage. She was not able to hang on to the ball, so it'll be 2nd down. Hey, special thanks to Glenn Smith for being our original presenting sponsor. From day one, their unmatched support and commitment to our community has fueled our mission to bring you the very best in local sports coverage. We're proud to partner with them again as we kick off year 4 together. All right, that sets a 2nd down and 14 from the 26-yard line for the Heritage Hawks. Scoreless contest. Heritage had a great drive, their great opening drive, but it was ended by an interception by Gigi Waldrop in the end zone. Arrington dropping back, looking over the middle, going up top a little bit. Again, almost picked off. Charlotte Adams got her hand on it and bumped into a teammate, which jarred the ball loose. Gigi Waldrop was trying to let her have it, and they bumped into each other, and, well, Adams just could not hang on to the ball. It's a tough one. So Heritage calling a timeout. So let's take a break. You're watching GIAA Playoffs on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Real recognize real. Real taste, unmistakably Sprite. Real refreshment, crisp lemon lime. Sprite. Obey your thirst.
Hey, I bet you can guess that Georgia Alabama Sports Live is excited to announce our partnership with Coca-Cola. Proud to welcome Coca-Cola as a presenting sponsor and as an essential part of the team as we grow into the future. All right, the play. Heritage quarterback Bailey Arrington on the run. Forced out of the pocket. She couldn't find anybody downfield. She does manage to pick up a couple of yards before she is stopped by Sophie Colgrove.
Sophie Colgrove on the stop.
A pickup of 2. So that sets up a 4th down.
It's a 4th down.
For Heritage. They're going to elect a punt.
4th and 12.
So Brookstone setting up and back to see what they can do about maybe returning this one. Here's a snap. Here is the punt. A low line drive taken in by Gigi Waldrop. Waldrop, right side down the far sideline, manages to get the ball. Does she get it past midfield?
By number 17, Gigi Waldrop.
And no, she is brought down on about the 37-yard line. They'll set up a very short first down, a 1st and 3, which is probably better for Brookstone. If she gets across and gets it across the 50, then you've got a long 1st and 19. That extra 4 yards buys you a little bit of time, and maybe you can pick up a little chunk first to make it a shorter first down on the next drive. All right. Snap to Emma Mathis. Mathis looking over the middle. A little safety valve pass to Blakely Hayes. Hayes picking up the first down and eluding a couple of tacklers before she is brought down by Davenport, but she picks up the first, moved the chains. The ball will be marked on the 31-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 11 from the 31 for Brookstone, trying to be the first team to crack the scoreboard. 7 minutes plus remaining here in the first half of this scoreless contest. The winner, of course, advances to the state semifinals. Will take on host Pacelli at 6 o'clock here at Dimel Field. Justin Fentress sends in a play. Runner in motion, and the give is indeed to Andy Addison, who was on the move. Addison's making a nice cutback. She eluded one tackle before she is brought down, but that's inside the 25-yard line. Close to the first down. Really nice run by Addison, coming across on the equivalent of a jet sweep, and then cutting back to her right and eluding a tackler. It'll set up a 2nd down and 2 for Brookstone
after a gain of 9.
On the 22-yard line. Mathis. Quick pass. Then a pitch. And then it basically she found Andy Addison. Addison with a quick flip to Blakely Hayes. But Hayes was not able to hang on to the ball. A fumble anytime the ball hits the field, the play is whistled dead. But that play is good enough to pick up the first down. So it'll be 1st and goal from the 19-yard line for Brookstone. They move the chains one last time here. Mathis setting up. Runner in motion. Mathis with the handoff. And that was Blakely Hayes. She tripped. She had to kind of dodge around after the handoff. Mathis and Hayes almost collided. Hayes trying to get out of the way and then trips. So she falls down. Basically, it's a loss of about a yard. So it'll be 2nd and goal from the 20. Mathis, roll to your right. Somebody jumped. Yep. One of the outer wide receivers. The receiver on the boundary looked like she got off to a little bit of a quick start. So whistle play dead, move it back 5 yards. That'll set up a second and goal from the 25-yard line. Makes the task a little bit tougher for the Cougars.
Ball start. Call.
So here we go. Heritage trying to keep Brookstone off the board. Mathis. Faking the handoff, rolling right, little flip. She finds the receiver. That was Madison Allport. Allport getting across the 20.
Madison Allport.
Pickup of about 10 yards on the play. She's brought down at the 15. So that'll set up a second. It'll set up a third and goal from the 15. Nice little chunky yardage on that play. Brookstone trying to be the first one on the board of this one. First and goal from the 15. Emma Mathis at quarterback.
Down 15.
Taking the snap, dropping back, over the middle, looking to find the end zone. It is picked off. Once again, Heritage defense coming up with another great play, a clutch play. What a job back there. And it looks like Sadie Brunson was the one that came up with the pick. So Heritage, the defense, once again. Oh, that wasn't Brunson. That was Lucy Downs. Lucy Downs with the pick, 17-7. Hard to read the numbers. I'll be honest with you. White on powder blue is a little difficult to pick up the way the sun is. So take it for what it's worth. But Heritage coming up with a defensive stop again. Both teams coming up with picks deep in the picks toward the end zone to stop long drives. So we are still scoreless here. A little over 3 minutes remaining here in the first half. So here's Heritage's next chance at it. It'll be a 1st and 2. They'll start on their own 18-yard line. Bailey Arrington over the middle. The pass was meant for Kaylin Swager. Swager managed to get one hand on it. The pass was overthrown just a little bit. That would have been a great catch if Swager had been able to do it. She did manage to get her one hand on it, but a one-handed catch wasn't in the cards. So that'll set up a 2nd and 2. Ball in the 18. Arrington looking, finding a receiver on the left side, picking up the first down. Swager hangs on at that time, picking up the first. The ball will be marked down on the 23-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 17 from the 23. Heritage trying to put together a drive here and get on the board. Under 3 minutes to go here in the first half. There's also a penalty on the play. So advance the ball to the 27-yard line. So it'll set up a 1st and 13 to get your 1st and 12 for the 28 for the Hawks. Arrington looking. Chased a little bit out of the pocket, rolling to her left, going high and deep. The pass incomplete. That was meant for Lucy Downs, but pass interference called on that one. Madison Allport's going, who me? It could have been shielding or something. I didn't quite catch exactly what happened there, but the flag flew immediately. So it's pass interference. So that will move the ball to the 38-yard line. So the ball's on the 38-yard line. New set of downs. Justin Fentress out there talking to referee Stephen Harper. He's got his own opinions on the play. Trying to get an explanation. Again, no score in this one. Under 2 minutes remaining here, like a minute 54. And neither team has been able to dent the end zone. A scoreless tie. This is a big game, of course. This is the GIAA state quarterfinals. The winner advances to play Pacelli in the state semis. Pacelli, of course, is the 3-time defending state champion. So here we go. First down. It's a 1st and 2 from the 38-yard line for Heritage. Bailey Arrington taking the snap, looking downfield, goes over the middle, and overthrown. She was aiming for Lucy Downs. She threw into double coverage. Almost got picked off. Nothing doing there, so it'll be a 2nd and 2. Of course, with these short yardage plays, you can gamble just a little bit because worst comes to worst, you should be able to pick up 2 yards when you need to. So here we go, 2nd and 2 from the 38. Of course, the clock stops now because we're in the 2-minute warning here. Under 2 minutes, the clock will stop at the appropriate moments, like incomplete pass, running out of bounds, etc. Arrington, over the middle, finding her receiver. That's Kaylin Swager picking up the first down. Now they're going to mark it at the 33-yard line. So a new set of downs. It'll be first and 13 from the 33 for the Lady Hawks. Again, under 2 minutes to go. Whoever scores first is going to have a big advantage in this one. This has been a defensive battle. Lots of great defensive. The DBs have played great on this one, coming up with big picks. The snap. Arrington looking downfield, airing it out, looking for Downs. Downs a little bit. It was a little bit off to the side. Downs looked from left to right and was not able to pick up the ball. It falls incomplete. So that'll set up a 2nd down and 13 from the 33. Again, the clock stops. This isn't the running clock, so the Hawks have a little bit of an advantage here. They can take their time. They're not in a big hurry to get the play off, and that's especially after an incomplete. No score here. All right, Heritage getting things set up. Brookstone trying to see if they can come up with another pick. They've already had 1 interception in the end zone. Arrington. Looking. Keeps it instead. Takes off. Trying to head for the 20-yard line. Brought down just before the first down. Tackled by Sophie Colgrove, which will set up a 3rd and short.
Go to the first down marker.
Ball marked down at the 24-yard line. So it'll be 3rd and 4. And a timeout is taken by Heritage as they talk things over. Hey, special thanks to Kinetic Credit Union. They're proud to champion our local student athletes. We're excited to welcome them as a presenting sponsor of Georgia Alabama Sports Live, supporting high school sports and the communities that make them great. Also, do not forget, we'll have the Alex Quinney Good Hands Player of the Game a little bit later on. We will see who earns that distinction. So here we go. This is a big drive for Heritage. Scoreless contest, under a minute to go here in the first half. Heritage has marched the ball down pretty well. They have been able to move the ball at will. The only problem is Brookstone has come up with the defensive plays when they've had to. Big interceptions have denied the Hawks any points in this contest so far. So here we go, 3rd and 4 from the 24-yard line. Arrington looking, instead opts to keep it, trying to head for the 20-yard line. Does not make it. She stops and jukes and will not be. She's denied by Charlotte Adams, the senior, who makes the big tackle, setting up a 4th and 3 from the 23-yard line. Clock is running. Brookstone. We got 30 seconds remaining now. Clock is running. Brookstone trying to see if they can come up with yet another big stop. Arrington taking the snap, looking over the middle, finds the receiver. That's Lucy Downs for the first down. Brought down at about the 12-yard line.
We have a Heritage timeout.
Heritage calling a timeout on this one, on this drive. This is big. They managed to get it. They're in the red zone now. I mean, under 30 seconds to go in the first half, but they've got a legit shot of scoring. The ball is on the 11-yard line. Heritage, as I said, has been able to move the ball great. They've been able to move the ball well all afternoon long. Bailey Arrington's been really good at picking out her receivers, except a couple of times pick out the receivers in the white uniforms. Not what she had in mind. But Olivia Walton has been tough up the middle, and then, of course, Lucy Downs and Kaylin Swager have been making some big catches as well. Brookstone, of course, has won all 3 meetings between the two teams. They've all been close games. I think we can see why. because both teams have come up with big plays when they need to stop, big plays on defense, stopping drives. So here we go, under 30 seconds to go. Heritage on the 11. A first and goal, trying to crack the scoreboard, be the first team to get on the board. Arrington rolling to her right, heading for the end zone, and she gets it. Touchdown, Heritage.
Touchdown.
Bailey Arrington dropping back, couldn't find anybody open, rolling to her right, and then finds an opening and takes it on in for the score. Heritage's Hawks are on the board here late in the first quarter. Now we see what they can do about the extra point.
Bailey Arrington.
Lady Hawks taking the lead. Don't know if it's for the first time in this series between the two teams. This is their fourth meeting. It's only the second touchdown that Heritage has been able to score on Brookstone in those meetings. So here we go. Here's the extra point. Arrington rolling to her left, throwing into the end zone. It is knocked down. Great defensive play by Emma Mathis. Knocking the ball down. It was in the receiver's hands, but Mathis gets in there and knocks it loose, so the extra point is no good. So here we go. But 25 seconds remaining here in the 5 seconds. 5 seconds remaining here in the first half. Heritage gets on the board, but Brookstone does deny the extra point. That could turn out to be really, really big down the road. We will have to see. All right, 5 seconds left. Brookstone with one shot at this. Let's see what they do. Mathis takes a knee, says, let's go in and let's refigure. So that does things here for the first half of this contest, and it's a good one. Heritage leading Brookstone by a score of 6-0 in the GIAA state quarterfinals. You're watching GIAA playoffs on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Most Planet Fitness clubs are open 24 hours. Save today when you join for just $1 down and work out whenever.
We're coming in early.
Staying late. Kettlebells, crack of dawn.
I'm first one in.
No, you're not. Before drop-off.
During lunch.
Whatever works for you.
Save $28 or more when you join for just $1 down, $15 a month. Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
Find your nearest club and join today. Deal ends November 20th.
Whether you're building your business or finding your dream home, G2 Real Estate is with you every step of the way. Commercial or residential, our mission is the same, turning your vision into reality. With experience, insight, and a commitment to your success, we're more than brokers, we're your partners. G2 Real Estate, building futures one property at a time.
Are you looking for a powerful new Chevrolet or GMC truck and a great deal? Check them out side by side at Glenn Smith in Opelika. Take your choice of new Chevrolet and GMC 1500 trucks discounted up to $12,000 off. Chevy and GMC heavy-duty trucks discounted up to $7,000 off. People from all...
I'm always on the go. But with the Kinetic Credit Union app, Kinetic is always with me. The Kinetic mobile app is virtual banking at its best. With the Kinetic mobile app, I can easily send and receive money, make a deposit, pay some bills, and I can even open up a new account, all from my phone. And I can monitor all my accounts in one place, all on the go. The Kinetic mobile app, energized banking at its best.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
At Jack Houston Memorial Hospital, our focus is you. Even though we performed more than 1,300 joint replacements last year, we treat you like you are our only patient. Your surgeon explains your joint replacement, so nothing is a surprise. Our team knows your treatment plan, and we work together to get you back on your feet again. That's why our hospital is recognized year after year as a leader in patient satisfaction and quality of care. Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. Excellence, always.
Hello, everybody. This is DJ Jones with the Sports Visions Morning Show for the best in local, regional, and national sports news. Weekdays from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m.
You can find the Sports Visions Morning Show on Facebook, YouTube. Also, you can listen to us on Apple and Spotify by typing in the Sports Visions Morning Show, and download the Sports Visions radio app right now in your app store today.
Sports Vision 92.1. We are your hometown sports guys.
Real recognize real. Real taste, unmistakably Sprite. Real refreshment, crisp lemon lime. Sprite. Obey your thirst.
Welcome back to Diamond Field here in the Beck Center game of the week at the GIAA Flag Football Playoffs. The state quarterfinal matchup between Heritage and Brookstone. Heritage leading this one by a score of 6-0. They got their points with 5 seconds remaining in the first half on an 11-yard Bailey Arrington drive. The extra point was denied by the Lady Cougars, so that's why we stand here 6-0. Got some work to do. The Lady Cougars have got some work to do if they want to make it to the state semifinals. As for Heritage, they got to be feeling pretty good. Not only did they score, but they will open the second half with the ball. So they got a chance to add to that 6-0 lead. Brookstone desperately needing to get a stop here, because getting down by 2 scores could be deadly. All 3 of the games between these two teams were decided by one-score ball games. Brookstone, of course, won all 3 of them, but won all 3 of them each by 6 points. So here we go. Be first and 6 from the 14-yard line for Heritage. Bailey Arrington at quarterback, looking downfield, launching the pass over the middle. It is off the fingertips of Reagan Cranford, almost picked off by Brookstone, but nothing doing there. The ball falls incomplete, so it'll be 2nd down and 6 for Heritage. Again, the winner of this one advances to the state semifinals and will take on Pacelli, the hosts, here at Diamond Field at 6 o'clock tonight.
2nd down, 6. So
it'll be a 2nd and 6 now from the 14. Arrington, airing it out again to the right side, overthrown. She put a little steam on that one. Looked like it was meant for Georgia Tollison? Or Crawford, excuse me. Incomplete, so that'll set up, that was Reagan Cranford, so that will set up a 3rd down and 6. So far, 2 misfires on passes for the Hawks. Arrington, again, looking to throw. Rolling her left this time. Rolling out, trying to see if she could get to the 20. Nothing doing. And Sluter gets in there. Stops her.
On the stop, that'll bring up 4th down.
Maybe to the line of scrimmage, maybe pickup of just 1. So that will set up a 4th and 5 from their own 15. So Heritage is going to elect to punt here. Brookstone taking care of business, making the defensive stop, and seeing what they can do about knotting this thing up or taking the lead. Here's the punt. A short one. Hits the ground at about the 36-yard line. Maybe the 35. We'll see where they mark it. Brookstone will start off in Hawks territory here. They'll start off on the 36. So it'll be 1st and 16 to get things going. As Emma Mathis and the Cougar offense try to see what they can do by getting some points on the board. They've come close. They put together some drives, but Heritage is coming up with a couple of big interceptions to deny the Cougars any points. Brookstone, of course, coming into this seeded number 4 in the tournament. Heritage number 5. Pacelli, of course, number 1. Mathis with a runner in motion, taking the snap quick out to that runner. That's Maggie Heil. Heil stretches across, and maybe gets the ball to about the 30-yard line. We'll see where they mark it.
Maggie Hill on the reception.
Now they're going to call it on the 33, so it will be a 2nd down and 13 from the 33 for the Lady Cougars. We haven't seen a lot of lateraling in this ball game. Usually there's a lot of lateraling, a lot of rugby-style moves in flag football. Faking the handoff, Mathis keeps it, but she's brought down in the backfield. Or no, she does pick up a couple yards.
Scarlett Reynolds, number 97, on the stop.
Sadie Brunson almost got her in the backfield, but it was Scarlett Reynolds who finally came up with the stop. Ball now on the 29-yard line, so it'll be 3rd and 9 for Brookstone. Mathis rolling to her right, looking to throw. Incomplete. Almost brought down. Jessica Lee almost came up with the sack, but not quite. She did manage to get the ball away, but that sets up a 4th down and 9. The ball on the 29. Brookstone trailing this one 6-0.
4th down.
Heritage looking to make a big stop here. Both defenses have come up with the big play time and again. Emma Mathis taking the snap, looking downfield, and finds a receiver. Oh, it's dropped. Madison Allport was right there on the 20-yard line, but she could not hang on to the pass. The ball gets turned over on downs. Heritage, the defense, coming up with the big play. They will get the ball back, leading this thing by a score of 6-0. Under 5 minutes remaining here in the 3rd quarter. They'll start off with the ball on their own 29-yard line. Not bad field position. They'll set up a 1st and 11, which is definitely reachable for these Lady Hawks. Quarterback Bailey Arrington's been very good at picking out receivers. So here we go. Turning this thing into a 2-score game could pretty much put things away. We will see what happens. Arrington dropping back, looking, rolling to her left, being chased, escapes the tackler, but good pursuit by the Lady Cougars. From the other side.
Bailey Arrington
brought down pretty much at the line of scrimmage. Andy Anderson coming up with the stop.
Addison on the stop.
No gain, so that'll set up a 2nd and 11 from the 29-yard line. Again, both defenses playing good. Just one mistake in the ball game, and Heritage is taking advantage of that one, leading 6-0. Here we go. Arrington takes a snap, whistles. Too much time, so back that thing up 5 yards. That'll knock it back to the 24, and now that turns into a little bit of different set of circumstances here. Now you're looking at 2nd and 16. A little bit different. Not different from 2nd and 11. So 2nd and 16 for Heritage. Brookstone trying to come up big here. Trying to get that ball back, see what they can do about knotting this thing back up. Heritage trying to take a 2-score lead. Bailey Arrington looking, quick pass, quick release. Meant for Kaylin Swager. Good defense there by Ann Sluter. She was good there on the coverage, knocking the ball down. So that will set up a 3rd and 16. Both offenses moved the ball very well in the first half. Second half, neither team has been able to get much of anything going so far. So 3rd and 16 for Heritage. Trying to turn this into a 2-score lead again, as I mentioned. Arrington taking a snap, Dropping back, looking for a receiver, going up top, going deep, and it is knocked down. Big play by Madison Allport, who reached up and slapped the ball away. There were at least two. There were two Heritage receivers down there. Allport getting her arm up there and getting her hand on the ball, denying it. So it's going to be a punt.
Brings up 4th down.
Heritage punting it away now. Here's the kick. Low line drive. It is caught at about the 35-yard line, and that is Allport. Allport down the far sideline. She is stopped. They're going to mark it at the 31.
Allport on the return.
Nice return by Allport. Took it about 16 yards. Check that, 14 yards. So Brookstone will open up this drive on the 31-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 11. Emma Mathis takes the snap. The handoff to Andy Addison, who came in from the coming in in motion, jet sweep style.
Addison on the 1st down carry. Stopped by Reagan.
She gets stopped about 2 yards short of the 1st down, pickup of 9. So it'll be 2nd and 2 from the 22. Nice play call by Brookstone, and a good job in developing that.
2nd down 2.
Playing fast now. Mathis takes the snap a little bit high. Little dumps off a little pass to Blakely Hayes in the flat. Hayes getting through. Almost broke free. Touchdown saving tackle by Andy-Lane Davenport.
Hayes on the reception.
So Hayes getting them the 1st down. Brookstone with the ball in the red zone now. It'll be 1st and goal from the 9-yard line. 1 minute remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Brookstone looking to knot this game up and maybe take the lead. Emma Mathis. A high snap. She manages to corral it over the middle. Big throw. Really big throw. Totally overthrows her receiver. It was a good play by Mathis to come up with that ball in the first place. That was way overhead. She did manage to bring it down. If she had not, they would have lost like 10 yards on it. Because remember, when the ball hits the turf, plays whistle dead. So that'll set up a 2nd and goal from the 9-yard line. Brookstone trying to break through here, trailing 6-0. 3, 2, will they get the playoff? 30 seconds. 30 seconds remaining. Mathis rolling to her right. Little dump pass. She finds Allison Allport, and touchdown Cougars.
Touchdown Cougars.
Emma Mathis to Madison Allport, and the Cougars are on the board. A 9-yard score, and the game is tied as the 3rd quarter comes to a close.
That's the final play of the 3rd quarter. We'll have the try for extra point.
We'll have to see. We have to line up the extra point with the clock done, but we have come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Now Brookstone with their shot. They need the extra point to take the lead, but they have tied the game at 6-6 on that pass from Emma Mathis to Madison Allport, a 9-yard score. So here goes the all-important extra point. Heritage trying to keep them off the board and keep this thing knotted up. Brookstone, here's their shot. Mathis taking a snap, a high snap, over the middle, quick pass. It is good to Charlotte Hargrove.
Point after tip is good.
So the Brookstone Cougars have taken a 7-6 lead at the end of 3 quarters. This is a barn burner, folks. Stay with us. You're watching GIAA Playoff. The GIAA Playoffs on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Most Planet Fitness clubs are open 24 hours. Save today when you join for just $1 down and work out whenever.
We're coming in early. Staying late. Kettlebells, crack of dawn.
I'm the 1st one in.
No, you're not. Before drop-off.
During lunch. Whatever works for you.
Save $28 or more when you join for just $1 down, $15 a month. Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
Find your nearest club and join today. Deal ends.
4th quarter getting underway here. Heritage with the ball. Brookstone has just taken a 7-6 lead. Heritage, the pass. Is it ruled incomplete? It is ruled an interception.
The pass is intercepted.
Bailey Arrington.
On the far boundary.
Checking it upfield on the first play of the 4th quarter. The pass is picked off. The Lady Cougars are in fine fine territory here. They're going to start off in the red zone here on their first drive of the fourth quarter. Now, in the final play of that first quarter, it was Emma Mathis to Madison Allport for a 9-yard touchdown, and then Mathis to Charlotte Hargrove for the extra point. They lead it 7-6, and now it's first and goal from the 17-yard line. Mathis handing it off to Sophie Colgrove. Colgrove cutting back to the right side, marching. She cuts through the defense. She is brought down. A touchdown-saving tackle by Bailey Arrington.
On the first down,
with the ball inside the 10-yard line. Brookstone not wasting any time here, trying to turn a 7-6 lead into something a little more substantial. They will start on, this next play will be on the 7, so it'll be second and goal from the 7. Mathis, high snap, brings it back down again, over the middle, just flips it down to the end zone, and it is intercepted. An interception by Heritage. Big play there.
By Bailey Arrington.
Bailey Arrington coming up with the pick.
Lady Hawks.
And the Lady Hawks keep Brookstown out of the end zone again. So they will get another shot at this thing. They're trailing by 1 point here in the fourth quarter. They will be starting off on their own 9-yard line. So they'll start off with a 1st and 11 on their own 9. Fourth quarter. This game has been a wild one. Both teams have come up with big-time interceptions when they've had to. The difference in the game has been a completed extra point by Brookstone. So here we go for Heritage. Arrington takes a snap over the middle. She found Olivia Walton, but Walton she didn't finish the catch. She had it in her hands, tried to bring it in, and ended up slapping it down, so the ball's incomplete. That'll set up a 2nd and 11 from the 9-yard line. So here we go, 2nd and 9. The clock is ticking. Heritage with 7 minutes to work with. And Arrington upfield, staggers upfield. She just eluded a tackler in the backfield, managed to pick up some yardage on the play. Looked like she was down, but she twisted around just enough, and the Cougar defender could not hang on. And a flag on the play, too.
Bailey Arrington on the carry. Call was holding.
Arrington picking up about 7 yards in the play, and then you tack on the defensive holding call from Brookstone. And so that will put the ball on the 22-yard line, and first down for the Lady Hawks. So it'll be 1st and 18 from the 22-yard line. Brookstone holding on to a slim 7-6 lead. Arrington takes the snap, looking downfield, plenty of time to throw. Now she's under pressure from Colgrove, but she eludes the tackler, gets upfield, finally stopped by Ann Sluter, but she picks up some yardage on the play. Nice little pickup here. 6 minutes remaining now in this contest. The ball being marked down at the 27-yard line. So that will set up a 2nd and 13 for Heritage. Short gain on the play, but it's a gain nonetheless. 2nd and 13. So here we go. Heritage where they must get something out of this drive. Arrington dropping back, looking downfield, just plenty of time, takes off with the ball and manages to get it past the 30-yard line up to about the 34.
Arrington keeps that left end, forced out by Charlotte Adams.
So a gain of 8. That'll set up a 3rd down, and the ball marked the ball at the 35, so a gain of 9. So it will be a 3rd down and 5 for the Hawks.
3rd down, 5.
Again, clock ticking. Heritage needing to get something on the board here, trailing by 1 here in the fourth quarter. About 5 minutes remaining. Arrington drops back, looks, under pressure, rolls out again, elects to keep it, and manages to get past midfield and picks up the first down. She's brought down by Louise Cottrell, but not until she's moved the chains. Or the yard marker. There's no chains in this, but you know what I mean. All right, first down for Heritage. Ball marked down at the 35-yard line. And time has been called by Heritage as they meet to figure out what to do next. You are watching GIAA Playoffs on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Most Planet Fitness clubs are open 24 hours. Save today when you join for just $1 down and work out whenever.
We're coming in early. Staying late. Kettlebells, crack of dawn.
I'm first one in.
No, you're not. Before drop-off.
During lunch. Whatever works for you.
Save $28 or more when you join for just $1 down, $15 a month. Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
Find your nearest club and join today. Deal ends November 20th.
Hey, our coverage is brought to you by Houston Clinic, presenting sponsor on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. World-class orthopedic care right here at home. And right now, Heritage trying to take care of business. They trail Brookstone by a score of 7-6. Under 4.5 minutes to go in this contest. Brookstone trying to hang on to that 1-point lead. The winner advancing to the state semis. Bailey Arrington going up top, over the middle, and it is picked off by Madison Allport. Her second interception of the second half. She is tackled by Reagan Cranford, but the Brookstone Lady Cougars coming up with the big play when they need to. Heritage moving the ball, but the defensive backs for the Lady Cougars have been coming up big. So the Cougars get the ball back with a chance to put this thing away. Leading it by 7-6, with the ball at the 33-yard line. They will start off this drive with 1st and 7. Get it past midfield. The clock will run until the 2-minute mark, and then we go to the 2-minute warning, and then we stops. All right, snap to Mathis. Mathis pitches it to Blakely Hayes. Hayes is stopped after a gain of 2. And time is called by Heritage. So, another timeout. You're watching the GIAA Playoffs on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Whether you're building your business or finding your dream home, G2 Real Estate is with you every step of the way. Commercial or residential, our mission is the same, turning your vision into reality. With experience, insight, and a commitment to your success, we're more than brokers, we're your partners. G2 Real Estate.
All right, about 3:14 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Brookstone up 7-6. They've got the ball on second down. The give is to Randy Addison. Addison around the left side. She is stopped short of the first down by Heritage.
Addison on the carry.
Let's see where they mark this one. And they're calling it a gain of about 3. So here we go. Sets up a 3rd and 4 from the 36-yard line. Brookstone trying to keep things moving. The clock is moving. 2:45 remaining here. They're trying to finish this thing off and move into the state semifinals. Emma Mathis takes the snap, looks over the middle, completes the pass to Charlotte Hargrove for the first down and a couple extra yards. Ball marked down on the 39, but Brookstone gets another set of downs. And Heritage with just one timeout left. Now the clock is not the Lady Hawks' friend. The Cougars trying to move on to the state semis. And Mathis taking the snap. The give is to Blakely Hayes. Hayes, left side. She stopped after a gain of maybe 5, which is what they want. Clock keeps moving until it doesn't. 1:59 remaining. Clock stops. And another timeout. So we will take one more break. You're watching the GIAA Playoffs on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. All right, back at Diamond Field. Final 2 minutes of this fourth quarter. Brookstone leading Heritage 7-6. Emma Mathis, the quarterback, on the keeper. She's brought down at about the line of scrimmage. Maybe a loss of a couple by Heritage. Heritage trying to do their best to get the ball back and take one more shot at it. Heritage calling their last time out at this point. It's going to be third. It's going to be third and about 13. So this is Heritage's shot. Heritage has come up with big defensive plays in the first half. Second half, though, it's been Brookstone has been coming up big when they've had to. Madison Allport especially with 2 interceptions in the second half, not to mention scoring the touchdown for the Lady Cougars. She has had a pretty good ball game here in these final 2 quarters. Emma Mathis trying to finish things off. The Cougars looking to get to the state semifinals for at least the 3rd straight year. So here we go. Third down and 15 from the 35. Mathis rolling to her left. The pitch. Pitching it to Gigi Waldrop. Nowhere near the first down. Waldrop goes out of bounds at about the 31-yard line. So they're about 11 yards short. Let's see where they mark this one. Yep, they're going to call it the 31. So it's going to be a 4th and 11. Brookstone letting that clock roll. She ran out of bounds and stopped the clock. Oops. About 1:30 remaining here. Brookstone needs that first down or else Heritage is going to have a shot at it. Justin Fentress didn't look too happy on that one. Running for the boundary might not have been the best idea. Here we go, 4th and 11 on the 31. Brookstone needing the first to keep the ball. Mathis, nope, they're going to punt. They called the punt, so Mathis punts it, and the ball rolls into the end zone. They're going to call it a touchback. So Heritage will have one last shot at this thing. Brookstone with a 7-6 lead, needing one more defensive stop to seal the deal in this one. Brookstone calling a timeout to make sure they got everything lined up. The ball will start out on the 14-yard line, as always. There'll be a 1st and 6. Heritage having to put together some sort of drive. Looks like 1:28 remaining. So here we go. This ought to be a good one. What a finish this will be. A 7-6 contest. At stake, a spot in the state semifinals. Chance to take on number 1 Pacelli here at Diamond Field. Here we go. 1st and 6 from the 14. Arrington dropping back, looking. Nobody's open. She finally heaves it downfield, and the ball knocked down, almost picked off, but not quite. Gigi Waldrop knocks it down, so that'll set up a 2nd and 6. The clock stops with 1:21 remaining.
Pass defended by Gigi
Waldrop was like, what I could have done. Close, but it was a good play. Heritage needing a big play right here. Well, they need to move the down marker first, but they got 1:21 left. They've got to get some sort of drive going. All Pacelli wants to do is come up with a big stop, shut it down. So here we go, 1:21 left. Arrington taking a short snap. The snap was a little low. She takes off around the right side, picks up the first down. She's brought down at about the 21-yard line, but she stays in bounds, and play clock stops while they set the first down marker. Heritage hurrying things up. 1:16 to go now.
Good for a first down.
1st and 19 from the 21. Arrington looking for somebody downfield. Nobody open. She again takes off, tries to cut back to her right, but she is stopped by Andy Addison. A pickup of about 3. No, pickup of about 4. The ball marked down at the 25-yard line. So it'll be 2nd and 15. Clock running. 50 seconds. Arrington taking the snap. Looking downfield. Trying to find somebody. Oh, and she's brought down in the backfield. The sack. Sophie Colgrove coming up with the big play. A sack and a loss of 7. And the clock keeps on running. Now it's under 30 seconds remaining. Ball all the way back down to the 20-yard line. It's 3rd and 20. Arrington looking downfield. She's got to heave it downfield. Nobody open. Scrambling. Manages to fire it downfield, and it is picked off. Once again, the third interception of the half by Madison Allport, and that will put the game away. Allport coming up big here in the fourth quarter. Wow.
First down, Cougars.
Madison Allport, what a game she's had. She scored the one touchdown and 3 interceptions in the second half, including the one that closes things out. So here we go, final snap of the game. Mathis takes a knee, and that'll be it. How about that? Well, we know who Alex Quinney, All-State Good Hands player of the game is, don't you? It's got to be Madison Allport. The touchdown reception that gave Brookstone the lead, and then 3 interceptions to seal the deal. It's Madison Allport, who is our player of the game. And that takes care of business. The Brookstone Lady Cougars coming back and then hanging on to beat Heritage by a score of 7-6. That means Brookstone will advance to the state semifinals. They'll take on their arch rivals, the Pacelli Vikings.
Right here at Diamond Field.
So this ought to be a good one. Brookstone, Pacelli going at it in the state semifinals. The winner will advance to the state championship game. Brookstone, of course, trying to knock off the Pacelli Vikings, who are the 3-time defending state champions. And we will be back here for that one. So stick around with us. You have been watching the GIAA playoffs here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Most Planet Fitness clubs are open 24 hours. Save today when you join for just $1 down and work out whenever.
We're coming in early. Staying late. Kettlebells, crack of dawn.
I'm first one in.
No, you're not. Before drop-off.
During lunch. Whatever works for you.
Save $28 or more when you join for just $1 down, $15 a month. Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
Find your nearest club and join today. Deal ends November 20th.
Are you looking for a powerful new Chevrolet or GMC truck and a great deal? Check them out side by side at Glenn Smith in Opelika. Take your choice of new Chevrolet and GMC 1500 trucks discounted up to $12,000 off. Chevy and GMC heavy-duty trucks discounted up to $7,000 off. People from all over the USA save at Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC in Opelika, Alabama. Get ready to smile.
I'm always on the go. But with the Kinetic Credit Union app, Kinetic is always with me. The Kinetic mobile app is virtual banking at its best. With the Kinetic mobile app, I can easily send and receive money, make a deposit, pay some bills, and I can even open up a new account, all from my phone. And I can monitor all my accounts in one place, all on the go. The Kinetic mobile app, energized banking at its best.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
At Jack Houston Memorial Hospital, our focus is you. Even though we performed more than 1,300 joint replacements last year, we treat you like you are our only patient. Your surgeon explains your joint replacement, so nothing is a surprise. Our team knows your treatment plan, and we work together to get you back on your feet again. That's why our hospital is recognized year after year as a leader in patient satisfaction and quality of care. Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. Excellence, always.
Real recognize real. Real taste, unmistakably Sprite. Real refreshment, crisp lemon lime. Sprite. Obey your thirst.
Georgia Alabama Sports Live wants to say thank you to Zaxby's for their continued partnership with us for over the last couple years since we started this. Your partnership has meant the world for us to give you premier coverage for all the local sporting events around the Chattahoochee Valley area. And specifically, I want to thank Judson Humphreys, my good friend, and the Phoenix City location, being with us from the very beginning, man.
Absolutely. Well, we just appreciate what y'all do in the community for these student athletes, and we just want to be a part of it.
Whether it's tailgating, parties, or you just want a quick bite to eat, come to the Phoenix City Zaxby's location and tell them Georgia Alabama Sports Live and Thrift sent you. Thank you again to Judson Humphreys and Zaxby's for our continued partnership on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Hello, everybody. This is DJ Jones with the Sports Visions Morning Show for the best in local, regional, and national sports news. Weekdays from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m.
You can find the Sports Visions Morning Show on Facebook, YouTube. Also, you can listen to us on Apple and Spotify by typing in the Sports Visions Morning Show, and download the Sports Visions radio app right now in your app store today.
Sports Vision 92.1. We are your hometown sports guys.
Welcome to Diamond Field for the Beck Center Game of the Week on Georgia Alabama Sports Live, presented by Glenn Smith Chevy GMC, Coca-Cola, Kinetic Credit Union, and Jack Houston Memorial Hospital and the Houston Clinic. I'm Dave Plata along with producer Tyler Dykes, and this is the GIAA Flag Football State Semifinals. The host Pacelli Vikings, ranked number 1 in the state, taking on their arch rivals, 4th-ranked Brookstone, for the right to play in the state finals. This is the second meeting between the two teams this season. Just 8 days ago, Pacelli beat Brookstone by a score of 38-0. And we're ready to get started here in this contest. Pacelli will open the game with the ball on their own 14-yard line with a 1st and 10 as we get things going. A reminder with flag football, it's a running clock except for the final 2 minutes of both the second quarter and the fourth quarter. And yard field from end zone to end zone. And to get a first down, you cross the 20, the 40, which would be the midfield, the 20, and take it on home. All right, first play. And it is the quarterback, Mia Camp, keeping it. The ball was snapped to Mia Camp, and Camp keeps it sprinting around the left side, picking up the first down and a little bit more. Camp with a pickup of 6-7 yards. A gain of 8 yards, and it'll be 1st and 18 for the Vikings on their own 22-yard line. Kamora Jones, the quarterback. The last time they played Brookstone, Jones threw 4 touchdown passes, 3 of them to KK Jackson, who on the day in 2 games had had 5 touchdown catches. All right, it is Jones rolling out to her left. He was downfield to KK, and the senior takes it out all past the 35-yard line, all the way down, marked at the 36, a nice little pickup. As for KK Jackson, she's got 29 touchdown receptions on the season, and last week she was the MaxPreps National Player of the Week after that 5-touchdown performance in the doubleheader against Brookstone and Heritage, where the Vikings beat them both. As we go to a first timeout of the first quarter here, and a mention, of course, our first quarter is sponsored by Carol Purdue, your local State Farm agent who supported Georgia Alabama Sports Live from the beginning. Give her a call today, as she's the biggest State Farm agent in East Alabama, but she's got customers both sides of the river. Know that. Anyway, the Vikings, of course, looking to advance to the state finals, and they're going for a 4th straight state championship. Trying to see what they can do about getting off to an early start against these Brookstone Cougars. So it'll be 2nd down and 4 from the 36-yard line for the Vikings as we get things cranked up again. Let's see who takes the snap. Ava Camp, the center, snapping it back to Kamora Jones. Mo Jones going up top, firing it downfield, and almost but not quite. Close but not quite. When Ward was there, she was gone if she could have hauled it in, but the pass just a little bit off the hands of Ward, so that will set up a 3rd down and 4. As mentioned, Kamora Jones has thrown for 2,047 yards coming into the ballgame with 45 touchdown passes, and she can chuck it for sure. All right, the snap is not to Jones, but goes to KK Jackson, who pitches it back to Mo Jones. Jones goes down. Flag, looks like there's a flag on the play, too. She was brought down about a yard short, but literally brought down, which is a no. You can't do that in flag football. So the tackle will tack on some yardage. She was marked down at the 39-yard line, just a yard short of midfield and the first down. And with the flag, they'll move the ball up another 10 yards. For a personal foul. So the Vikings, with another first down here, they'll start things out on the 31-yard line. 7:50 remaining here. The Vikings on their opening drive trying to take it to the end zone and get off to a quick start against Brookstone, their arch rivals. And play clock called a stop. Stephen Harper whistles the play dead. Looks like they have some sort of work to do on this one. All right, Harper is happy with the set. So here we go. We'll try it again. 1st and 11 from the 31-yard line. The snap goes right to Kamora Jones. Jones rolling to her right, running, juking, flipping it over to Camp. Camp manages to get past the 35-yard line, it looks like. She evaded one tackler, lurched forward, and picked up another 5 yards. There's a flag on the play again. Well, let's see what the call is. This time it's on, is it on Pacelli this time? It is not. Brookstone, I think it's another personal foul call. It is. For excessive contact. So, it'll be a 2nd and 1 from the 21-yard line for the Lady Vikings. Marching it downfield quick here in the first quarter. Callista Williams in motion, and the give is to Williams. Williams left side, sprinting through, picks up the first down. She's brought down by Sophie Colgrove, but not until she picks up that all-important first. Ball be marked down on the 11-yard line. So a gain of 10 on the play. And that sets up a 1st and goal from the 11 for the Lady Vikings. 6 minutes remaining here in the state semifinal contest. Pacelli trying to jump out to a quick lead here in this state semifinal showdown with Brookstone. Zach Corcoran sending in play. Lady Vikings bunched up in the middle here. See where the snap goes. In motion. Runner in motion. Instead, it's Camp. Camp pitching back to Mo Jones, who throws downfield, firing it over the head of everybody. It was double coverage on that. She threw it where nobody was going to be able to pick it off. Smart play by Jones. Incomplete. No gain. So we will go to a 2nd and goal from the 11. Good coverage by Brookstone on that play. There was no way Callista Williams was going to be able to come up with that one, so Jones just fired it over everybody's head while she was on the run. So the Vikings getting set up. Crowded backfield. Everybody in tight. We'll see if somebody goes into motion here. Nope. Snap back to Jones. Jones downfield in the corner and finding her favorite target, KK Jackson. Touchdown, Vikings. Kamora Jones to KK Jackson on an 11-yard touchdown strike, and the Vikings are on the board. 4 minutes with about 4 minutes 48 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Jones and KK Jackson have hooked up for a lot of touchdown passes. 5 of them, the last time the Vikings hit the field when they played a doubleheader against both Heritage and Brookstone. So here we go again. The reception is KK Jackson's 30th touchdown catch of the season. Touchdown pass number 46 of the year for Jones. So here, let's line things up for the extra point. Callista Williams in motion. Jones fakes the give, scrambles around in the backfield, downfield, and easy touchdown, or easy extra point catch. So the Vikings jumping out to the 7-0 lead just like that. A great offensive performance by the Vikings on this opening drive. KK Jackson with the touchdown catch from Mo Jones, and then Jones converting on the pass the extra point. Looks like it was to Molly Hilton. So the Pacelli Vikings, number 1 in GIAA, number 10 in the state of Georgia, and a top 100 team in the United States, jumping out to an early 7-0 lead. Brookstone will see what they can do about having an answer to that offensive onslaught as they hit the field for their first possession of the game. Emma Mathis, the quarterback for the Lady Cougars. She threw a touchdown pass in game 1 where they beat Heritage to advance to the state semis. Mathis rolling to her right, looking downfield, gets the ball away. It was caught by Madison Allport, but it's ruled she was down in the backfield. Nice defense. That would look like Mia Camp, and it would have been her 13th sack of the season. And on the play, a loss of 2 yards. So second and 8. Mathis, the quick out. That one's going nowhere too. Callista Williams all over that. Stops the play before it begins to develop, and it looks like a loss of maybe 2 more yards. Lady Viking defense coming out strong here on Brookstone's opening drive. 2 plays and both plays for loss. No gain on the play. That'll set it up 3rd down now. 3rd and 8. Mathis under fire, throws downfield, picked up by KK Jackson. Jackson taking it. She took it about 20 yards. She is brought down finally inside the 10. KK Jackson, nice pick. Mathis kind of threw it up for grabs. Jackson was there, jumped the route, and took it all the way back inside the 10-yard line. The Vikings looking to see if they can score again here. 1:35 remaining here in the first quarter. To score twice in the first quarter like that takes a little bit of doing because you've got a running clock. So it'll be 1st and goal from the 9-yard line for the Lady Vikings. Runner in motion. The give is to Hilton. Hilton tossing it downfield for the touchdown. Touchdown Vikings.
Touchdown Vikings.
That was Molly Hilton finding Ava Camp. That's Hilton's 2nd touchdown pass of the year for Camp. That is her 2nd touchdown reception of the year. Nice job by the Vikings. And here comes your extra point. So we can do about finishing off this 2nd drive, short drive, to say the least. Spread formation for the Vikings. And the snap goes to Camp, but she's brought down before she can pitch it back to Jones. That was Madison Allport with a really nice defensive play. So the extra point no good. But as the first quarter wraps, it looks like it's going to kind of come to a close. The Vikings have jumped out to an early 13-0 lead. Hey, special thanks to Glenn Smith for being our original presenting sponsor. From day one, their unmatched support and commitment to our community has fueled our mission to bring you the very best in local sports coverage. We're proud to partner with them again as we kick off year 4 together. And that clock hits 0, so the first quarter is in the books. The Pacelli Vikings jumping off to a 13-0 lead on the Brookstone Cougars. You're watching the DIAA playoffs on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Are you looking for a powerful new Chevrolet or GMC truck and a great deal? Check them out side by side at Glenn Smith in Opelika. Take your choice of new Chevrolet and GMC 1500 trucks discounted up to $12,000 off. Chevy and GMC heavy-duty trucks discounted up to $7,000 off. People from all over the USA save at Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC in Opelika, Alabama. Get ready to smile.
Second quarter getting underway. Pacelli a 13-0 lead over Brookstone. Brookstone 1st and 6 from their 14-yard line. That was Emma Mathis on a keeper, picking up a yard or 2 before she is brought down.
Kendrick on the stop.
Jayla Kendrick, the sophomore, with the tackle. Yeah, it's a pickup of 4, so it's set down up a 2nd and 2 from the 18-yard line.
2nd down.
Mathis, runner in motion. She takes the snap, and it's a handoff. They decide to go up the middle, but Sophie Callgrove brought down behind the line of scrimmage, it looks like. Another big defensive play by the Lady Vikings.
Callgrove, the ball carrier. 3rd down, Cougars.
And that sets up a 3rd and 2. No gain on the play. So 3rd and 2. Again, runner in motion. The handoff goes to Andy Addison, and she is brought down behind the line. That was Ashley Swenson. Another tackle for loss for Swenson. Swenson's got 13 sacks on the season, and I don't know how many more tackles for loss. Great play by the Vikings defense. So, Brookstone forced to punt. KK Jackson setting up deep. Here's the punt, and it's shanked off a little bit to the left, bouncing out of bounds around the 30, 31-yard line. They're marking it on the 31. So the Vikings will open up this drive on the Cougars' 31-yard line. Hey, Georgia Alabama Sports Live is excited to announce our partnership with Coca-Cola. We're proud to welcome Coca-Cola as a presenting sponsor, an essential part of our team as we grow into the future. Classic taste, timeless memories. We're officially a Coke company. All right, Lady Vikings here with 8 minutes to go in the second quarter, trying with their third possession of the game, looking to see if they can punch it in for another score. Starting off on the 31-yard line, so it'll be 1st and 11. Camp takes a snap, give to Jones. Jones fires a dime downfield to K.K. Jackson. Jackson, a pickup of about 10 yards, a little bit short of the first down, but a nice play, a nice little bit of offensive trickery there by the Lady Vikings.
Good for a first down.
Nope, they call it a first down. They say she managed to make it to the 20, so it'll be 1st and goal from the 20-yard line for the Lady Vikings. Here we go, trying to score again, see if they can punch it in one more time here early in the second quarter. Snap to Camp. Camp fakes the give to Jones, and she tries to take off around the right side. That nothing doing. Sophie Callgrove was there. I think they were anticipating that one a little bit. So a loss of a yard on the play. So that'll set up that should set up a second and goal from the 21-yard line. Second and goal from the 21. Mo Jones in motion. She takes the handoff, looks downfield, tries to connect up with Wynn Ward, but the pass was a little bit low. Ward didn't have a chance at that one. Incomplete, no gain, so we'll go back to a 3rd and goal from the 21-yard line.
Ward, the intended receiver.
See what the Lady Vikings pull out of this one here now. 3rd and 21. There's a little bit of real estate to catch up with. Zach Corcoran calling in a play. Mo Jones setting up deep. She's going to take the deep snap, and so here we go. Jones looking to launch it downfield under pressure. Manages to flip it up to Ava Camp, and Ava Camp with some running room up the middle. Touchdown, Vikings! What a great play by Ava Camp. She took the little pass over the middle. Nobody expected that because Mo Jones looked like she was going to fire it downfield. She had two Cougars pursuing her. She had to do something quick. She found Camp over the middle about 5 yards downfield, and Camp, wide open running room, taking it home for her second touchdown reception of the game. Lady Vikings on the board again on the 21-yard pass. Let's set things up now for the extra point. Spread formation, wide receivers wide out. Looks like Mo Jones all alone there back in the backfield. Mia Camp in motion, takes the handoff, trying to head to the corner for the end zone. She does not make it. Extra point, no good. But still, here you go. The Lady Vikings taking care of business again, jumping out to a 19-0 lead over. Take the 19-0 lead over the Cougars. Let's take a look at the playoff picture right now. Here's the way things are. 6 teams made the playoffs in GIAA flag football. The Vikings, of course, the number 1 seed coming on in, and they, of course, taking on Brookstone. Brookstone won their contest against Heritage earlier today by a score of 7-6. Great game by Brookstone. Great defensive showing by Brookstone. Mount DeSales is the 2 seed. They will be hosting the championship game. They'll take on either Citizens Christian or Georgia Christian. We haven't heard on that one yet. They'll be playing in that game today as well. The championship will be on Thursday. All right, Brookstone, 1st and 6 from the 14. A give is to Andy Addison around the left side. Don't know if she had quite enough for the first down. Looks like she did pick up the first down. A pickup of 6 to take it to the 20-yard line. 3:58 now to go in the second quarter. Percelli with a 19-0 lead. Brookstone trying to do something to get things going. That's their first down of the game here on their 3rd possession. Emma Mathis trying to see what she can do about get the offense going here. Runner in motion. Snap to Mathis. Mathis rolling left keeper. It's a flip out. The little pitch to Gigi Waldrop. Nothing doing. brought down at the line of scrimmage. So it remains second and 20 now. It'll be second and 20 from the 20-yard line for the Lady Cougars.
Stop Mia Camp. Second down.
Mia Camp coming up with the tackle. The Mathis over the middle, trying to find a receiver. Maggie Heil through her hands, incomplete. That'll set up a 3rd and 20 from the 20.
Third down.
The Vikings are putting a lot of pressure on Mathis, not giving her time to set up, really. And, of course, when there's not much time, you got to do what you can. And so far, they can't. 3rd and 20 from the 20. The snap, Mathis going back, looking to throw. Under pressure, almost picked off over the middle by Callista Williams. Knocked down. That would have been a great catch because she had to stretch out to get her hand on it in the first place. But that sets up 4th down, and that means the Cougars are going to have to punt, which means KK Jackson will set up deep. Looks like Mo Jones is setting up back there too, and I think Callista Williams. Here's the kick. And it is taken, that's taken by Wynn Ward. Ward putting it down before she gets to midfield. That'll set up where are they going to mark it? Are they going to mark it at midfield? They're going to mark it on the 39.
First down, Lady Vikings.
They're going to mark it on the 39-yard line, setting up a 1st and 1. That gives the Vikings offense all kinds of options. Mo Jones looking deep, goes short instead to KK Jackson, who flips it over. She tried to flip it over to Wynn Ward, but it got grounded there on the play. Yeah, it's a pickup of 5. It's a 1st down. The ball up to the 36-yard line. The whole idea is kind of the hook and lateral kind of deal. Find the receiver and then flip it out along the boundary and see if the trailing receiver can break it. All right, set it up first and 16 from the 36-yard line. Pitch back to Camp. Camp pitching it back to Mo Jones. Jones doubling back, throws over the middle, finds KK Jackson in traffic. Somehow Jackson, she had triple coverage on her. Perfect, though. Jackson reaches in, grabs it.
Jackson on the reception, and we have a Viking timeout.
And the Vikings have called timeout after that catch. Why don't we take a break, too? Here, you're watching the GIAA playoffs on Georgia-Alabama Sports Live.
Are you looking for a powerful new Chevrolet or GMC truck and a great deal? Check them out side by side at Glenn Smith in Opelika. Take your choice of new Chevrolet and GMC 1500 trucks discounted up to $12,000 off. Chevy and GMC heavy-duty trucks discounted up to $7,000 off. People from all over the USA save at Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC in Opelika, Alabama. Get ready to smile.
Hey, don't forget, we got the Alex Quinney All-State Good Hands Player of the Game. We'll be giving that out a little bit later because we still got a lot of flag football to be played yet. We got to see who's going to do it. I'll tell you what, Ava Camp's looking pretty good with a couple of touchdown catches. I mean, we've had a couple of candidates for Houlihan's Highlight of the Week already. All right, so here we go. Set it up for 2nd down for the Lady Vikings. A 2nd down and 4 on the 24-yard line. Vikings up by a score of 19-0. Looking to see what they can do to add to it here before the end of the first half. Mo Jones taking a handoff, heaving it downfield to a wide open Wynn Ward. Touchdown Vikings. Mo Jones to Wynn Ward. With 1:31 to go, another touchdown for the Lady Vikings. A 24-yard play, and they've extended their lead to 25-0, setting things up for the extra point. That is also a candidate for the Houlihan's Highlight of the Week, to say the least, man. They are looking good. The Vikings are looking like state champions, for sure. And this is only the state semis. So here we go with the extra point. Mia Camp taking the snap, sprinting upfield, finding a wide open. She sprints it into the end zone. Camp taking it in for the extra point. So the Lady Vikings have extended their lead to 26-0 here in the first half. They are putting on quite the exhibition so far. They've come out and done everything they've wanted to do, offensively and defensively. Defensively, they have kept Brookstone completely off balance. The pick by KK Jackson didn't hurt anything. And, of course, the offense has pulled out a couple of little trick plays. Ava Camp, the center, who only had one touchdown reception coming into the game, with 2 of them tonight. They're getting the whole roster out there. All right, 1st and 6 for Brookstone on their 14. Mathis, the quick pass, real quick pass. It looked like Maggie Howe couldn't quite get her hands on that one. Bounces free, incomplete. So that will set up a 2nd and 6 on the 14. Hey, Kinetic Credit Union is proud to champion our local student athletes. We're excited to welcome them as presenting sponsor at Georgia Alabama Sports Live, supporting high school sports in the communities that make them great. All right, the 2nd and 6. Quick pass out from Mathis to Gigi Waldrop. Did they pick up the first?
Pass complete to Gigi Waldrop.
Let's see where they mark it. I think they picked up the first. Nope.
Brings up 3rd down.
It's 3rd down. 3rd and 2. Big play for Brookstone. Mathis fakes the handoff, pitches it now, and the pitch to Blakely Hayes. And they pick up the first. They move they get the chains moving there. A pickup of 4.
We have a Cougar timeout.
So that'll put the ball on the 22, and the Brookstone Cougars taking timeout. Brookstone trying to get something going here in the first half, just to try to get anything going, try to get a little bit of momentum. They're trailing 26-0. The Pacelli Lady Vikings have played. They've done everything they've wanted to do, and maybe even a little bit more. Offensively, defensively, getting players involved in the offense that aren't necessarily the star players. They're showing what they can do and kind of showing that the rest of the roster, you better look out for them too. All right, so here we go. First and 18 from the 22. Mathis, the pass over the middle. Is it incomplete? Could not quite hook up there with. Looked like it was Madison Allport. The pass a little bit low. Allport did her best. Almost was able to bring it in.
Receiver.
So 48 seconds remaining here. Brookstone, again, trying to get something on the board. The Vikings have their own ideas about that, of course. So here we go. 2nd and 18 from the 22. Runner in motion. Emma Mathis fumbling the snap. The snap was a little bit to her right and a little bit high and hard. She just was not able to bring that thing in. So a loss on the play, and the clock keeps running. Let's see where they mark it. They were on the 24. It looks like they're going to wind up marking it on, taking it further back. It's a loss of 10. Marking all the way back to the 14-yard line. So 25 seconds remaining. 3rd and a bunch. And the Lady Cougars take their time. And it looks like a timeout's been called. Again, maybe Pacelli's trying to see if they can get it back one more. Because if they got, no, the clock is going to run out. There was enough time on there. So the clock is done. The first half is in the books. And the Pacelli Lady Vikings have put on a dominating performance so far. Pacelli leading Brookstone 26-0 in this GIAA flag football state semifinal contest. We will take a break. You are watching the state playoffs on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Most Planet Fitness clubs are open 24 hours. Save today when you join for just $1 down and work out whenever.
We're coming in early. Staying late. Kettlebells, crack of dawn.
I'm first one in.
No, you're not. Before drop-off.
During lunch. Whatever works for you.
Save $28 or more when you join for just $1 down, $15 a month. Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
Find your nearest club and join today. Deal ends November 20th.
Whether you're building your business or finding your dream home, G2 Real Estate is with you every step of the way. Commercial or residential, our mission is the same, turning your vision into reality. With experience, insight, and a commitment to your success, we're more than brokers, we're your partners. G2 Real Estate, building futures one property at a time.
Are you looking for a powerful new Chevrolet or GMC truck and a great deal? Check them out side by side at Glenn Smith in Opelika. Take your choice of new Chevrolet and GMC 1500 trucks discounted up to $12,000 off. Chevy and GMC heavy-duty trucks discounted up to $7,000 off. People from all over the USA save at Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC in Opelika, Alabama. Get ready to smile.
I'm always on the go. But with the Kinetic Credit Union app, Kinetic is always with me. The Kinetic mobile app is virtual banking at its best. With the Kinetic mobile app, I can easily send and receive money, make a deposit, pay some bills, and I can even open up a new account, all from my phone. And I can monitor all my accounts in one place, all on the go. The Kinetic mobile app, energized banking at its best.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
At Jack Houston Memorial Hospital, our focus is you. Even though we performed more than 1,300 joint replacements last year, we treat you like you are our only patient. Your surgeon explains your joint replacement, so nothing is a surprise. Our team knows your treatment plan, and we work together to get you back on your feet again. That's why our hospital is recognized year after year as a leader in patient satisfaction and quality of care. Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. Excellence, always.
Real recognize real. Real taste, unmistakably Sprite. Real refreshment, crisp lemon lime. Sprite. Obey your thirst.
And welcome back to Diamond Field for the Beck Center Game of the Week at Pacelli on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. The GIAA state semifinal matchup between Pacelli and Brookstone. Pacelli's Lady Vikings, the three-time defending state champions, came out fast on their opening drive. Kamora Jones found KK Jackson an 11-yard touchdown pass with a pass to Molly Hilton for the extra point to take a 7-0 lead. And then in the final minute of the first quarter, it was Molly Hilton rolling out and hitting Ava Camp on a 9-yard score, and that made it 13-0. Second quarter, Mo Jones found Ava Camp, a 21-yard pass over the middle. Camp did a great job running it on in to give Pacelli a 19-0 lead. And then with 1:31 to go, it was Jones finding Wynn Ward on a 24-yard strike. Camp running it in for the extra point, and that gives Pacelli their 26-0 lead. As we mentioned, the winner of this game will advance to the state finals. The other state semifinal matchup, from what I understand, is Georgia Christian taking on Mount DeSales. Georgia Christian beating Citizens Christian to advance to the semis. That game is going on right now in Macon, and the winner of this game, Pacelli, most likely will be taking on either Mount DeSales or Georgia Christian for the state championship on Thursday. So here we go. Brookstone getting the ball first. A 1st and 6 from their 14-yard line. Mathis handing it off to Gigi Waldrop. Waldrop sending it downfield, and her pass is picked off. Interception. Zoe Danley coming up. Is that Zoe Danley coming up with the pick? No, it was Tally Ellis with the interception. Her second
interception.
That was her second interception of the season. So first play of the second half. Lady Vikings defense coming up big, and they're going to see what they can do about adding to their 26-0 lead. The Lady Vikings will open this drive on the, let's see, it looks like the 23-yard line of the Cougars. They've lined up in a triple backfield. The pitch, Callista Williams takes it, opts to keep it, cutting through the defense. She fumbles. She fumbled inside the 10-yard line. We'll see where they mark the ball. A big game by Callista Williams. She was thinking pay dirt. Not quite, but awfully close. From the 23 all the way down to the ball will be marked on the 17-yard line. Nope, take that back, on the 7-yard line. Nice gain. And that'll set up a 1st and goal from the 7 for the Lady Vikings. Williams pitching it back to Camp. Tries to pitch it back to Mo Jones, but it was a one-hopper, ball dead. They're going to lose 3 or 4 yards on the play. That previous play to Callista Williams, she took the snap and she took off to the right, then cut back to her left. She had found a seam and really took off. She leaned forward. The ball slipped out of her grasp. All right, so the Lady Vikings, it will be 2nd and goal from the 8. They lost 1 yard on the play. Let's see who takes the snap on this one. Camp, Williams, Jones. And it goes to Camp, who keeps it. She fakes the pitch to Jones. Camp finds the corner of the end zone. Touchdown, Vikings.
Lady Vikings.
How about that? Mia Camp faking the pitch.
On the keeper.
And instead keeping it, taking it into the end zone from 8 yards out. And the Lady Vikings have jumped down to the 32-0 lead. Nice run by Camp. For Camp, it's her her 8th touchdown run of the season. She's topped the 900-yard mark on the year. So here we go, setting things up for the extra point. Mo Jones coming in after talking to Coach Zach Corcoran. And a pass out of the backfield, incomplete. Almost, but not quite.
Point after tip is no good, depending on that play.
Looked like
number 9, Andy
Looked like Tally Ellis with the throw. Good play by Andy Addison, knocking it down for some. The extra point, no good. But the Vikings holding now a 32-0 lead. 6.5 minutes about going in the third quarter. It's all Vikings all night long. So the Lady Cougars will start things off on their own 14 once again with a 1st and 6, trying to get something going. Lady Vikings defense has been stifling all night long, coming up with the big plays when they've had to. State championship set for Thursday, 3 o'clock in the afternoon at Mount DeSales at Cavalier Fields. Lady Vikings getting close to punching their ticket to head there. Mathis handing it off around the near side. Nice move. Sophie Colgrove picking up the first down. Good move, evading a tackler. They're going to mark her down at the 21-yard line, so pickup of 6 for the first down for the Lady Cougars. It'll be 1st and 19 from the 21-yard line for Brookstown. One of the rare first downs on the night. Justin Fentress sending in a play for his Lady Cougars. Emma Mathis at quarterback. The quick flip over the middle, almost picked off. That was Evangeline Gutierrez, the backup quarterback. Her pass almost picked off into the hands of Jilly Kendrick, and she could not quite hang on to it for her second pick of the year. She's kind of just, she's like, oh, this could have been so good. Yeah, almost, not quite. So that'll set up a 2nd and 19 from the 21.
One runner in motion, and that's who gets the handoff. That was Andy Addison. Stopped immediately. Tally Ellis. I believe that was Tally Ellis on the stop.
Peters on the stop.
No, it was K.R. Peters. K.R. Peters coming up with a stop on that, a pickup of 3. So that'll set up a 3rd down and 3rd and 16. Timeout called by Brookstone. So let's take a break. You're watching the GIAA playoffs on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
I'm always on the go. But with the Kinetic Credit Union app, Kinetic is always with me. The Kinetic mobile app is virtual banking at its best. With the Kinetic mobile app, I can easily send and receive money, make a deposit, pay some bills, and I can even open up a new account, all from my phone. And I can monitor all my accounts in one place, all on the go. The Kinetic mobile app, energized banking at its best.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
Hey, tonight's coverage brought to you by the Houston Clinic, a presenting sponsor on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. World-class orthopedic care right here at home. All right, for the Lady Cougars, it's 3rd and 16 from their 24-yard line. Brookstone trying to get something going, trailing 32-0 here. Emma Mathis Gutierrez dropping back, going upfield. Overthrows her receiver, Andy Addison. A good throw, but double coverage there. The Lady Vikings had that thing pretty much covered. Wynn Ward back there on the coverage. One of the two back there on the coverage. So Brookstone forced to punt. By the way, the weather here is absolutely perfect. It's dropped down to 66 degrees, light wind. Just feels great. Good night for some flag football. All right, Brookstone with the punt. A little high, goes out of bounds. We'll see where they mark it. It went out of bounds just past midfield. And they will mark it at the Vikings' 37-yard line, about where the Vikings would like to go, because you're starting off with a 1st and short, which opens up the playbook, to say the least. 3:16 remaining and counting. 32-0. Pacelli leading Brookstone. It has been the Vikings' night, to say the least. As I said, 3-time defending state champion Zach Corcoran talking to the offense, trying to work something out here. Starter's still in there for Pacelli. You got to figure they're going to at least get one more touchdown before they start thinking about emptying the bench. 244, 243, 242. Everybody's taking their time, just letting the clock run here. The whole idea is get this thing over with and earn that ticket to Macon. So here we go. 1st and 3 from the 37. Quick pitch. It was a shovel pass and a lot of rugby moves on this one. Ava Camp pitching it back. Molly Hilton wound up with a nice little gain. They pick up the 1st down.
Viking option.
There was several options involved. There was a shovel pass and then some pitching. Pickup of a dozen. Ball now on the 31-yard line. 1st and 11 for the Lady Vikings. Yeah, we got some new players coming in. Mary Rose Clark in there for one. Zach Corcoran calling the play. Let's see what he's come up with here. Wynn Ward downfield. Oh, and it's picked off. It was tipped and intercepted by Brookstone. That was Louise Cottrell coming up with the interception. The ball over the middle was tipped and picked off. Lady Cougars doing their best to stay in this thing. They're not going to go down quietly, to say the least. We're talking a little bit of pride over there on the Cougar sidelines. So, the Lady Cougars opening up their drive at midfield, the first time they've gotten this far. It was a nice return by Cottrell. She was there on the tip drill. It got tipped up, and number 11 picks it off and takes off. All right, 1st and 20 from midfield for Brookstone. Evangeline Gutierrez over the middle, finding a receiver. That is Charlotte Hargrove, the sophomore Hargrove, a pickup of about 5 yards. So that will set up a 2nd and 15 from the Pacelli 35-yard line. 35-34, clock ticking. Third quarter pretty close to coming to a close. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. Gutierrez in now at quarterback. She takes the snap, and it's a give, and it is fumbled. The handoff did not go the way it was supposed to. Blakely Hayes never got her hands on it, and it hits the turf. Blade whistled dead, and it'll be a loss of about 2 or 3 yards for Brookstone. As the clock reaches the zeros, the third quarter is now in the books. The Pacelli Vikings putting on a show tonight. They lead it 32-0. You're watching the GIAA playoffs on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
At Jack Houston Memorial Hospital, our focus is you. Even though we performed more than 1,300 joint replacements last year, we treat you like you are our only patient. Your surgeon explains your joint replacement, so nothing is a surprise. Our team knows your treatment plan, and we work together to get you back on your feet again. That's why our hospital is recognized year after year as a leader in patient satisfaction and quality of care. Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. Excellence, always.
Back for the fourth quarter here at Dynamo Field. Brookstone. Evangeline Gutierrez with a quick pass off, a pass off into the flat to Charlotte Hargrove. Hargrove picking up a couple of yards. As mentioned, Brookstone trailing 32-0 here in this fourth quarter. They're trying to get something for pride here. Pacelli just wants to put this thing in the books, and we're getting a lot of folks in there now who hadn't seen a lot of playing time. Caroline Snipes now in the ball game. Tally Ellis is in there. She plays a bit, but here we go. Let's get some of the younger players who haven't gotten a lot of time. Let's get them out of the field here. So here we go. Fourth down for Brookstone. The line to gain is the 20. Gutierrez downfield. Pass. Overthrown. Good coverage, though. Pass incomplete. Pacelli will take over on downs. Tally Ellis there to tip the pass. And so the Lady Vikings getting the ball
on that last play
on the 35-yard line. So they'll start off with a 1st and 5. And here we go.
First down.
Again, a lot of players who haven't seen much playing time are getting their shot. Julia Singleton in there now. So Wynn Ward will be at quarterback here. Mary Rose Clark shuttling in as well. And we're set. It's 1st and 5. The snap. Ward dropping back, looking downfield, heaving it deep, and it is caught. And is it a touchdown? It certainly is. How about that? Mia Camp catching the pass from Wynn Ward, slipping a tackle, and gone. A 45-yard touchdown pass, and the Lady Vikings have taken a 38-0 lead. Wynn Ward dropped back and just chucked it downfield, and Mia Camp managed to work her way free. Camp slipped one tackle, got slipped past one tackler, and took it home for the touchdown. 38-0 Vikings, and we're getting set ready for the extra point here. Pacelli looking good. And again, players that don't necessarily play those roles are taking it home. Wynn Ward at quarterback. She rolls her left a little bit down into the end zone, and the ball is tipped. Extra point, no good.
That's intended for Peters. Ball's incomplete.
Cam Peters was the intended target on that, but the ball batted away by the Lady Cougars. I think it was Charlotte Hargrove knocking it down. Extra point, no good, but the Vikings now have a 38-0 advantage. 7 minutes remaining here in the final quarter. Again, the winner of this one heads to Macon on Thursday for a 3 o'clock showdown for a state championship, playing either Mount DeSales or Georgia Christian. Mount DeSales the 2 seed, Georgia Christian the 3 seed, Pacelli the 1 seed, and the 3-time defending state champion. So here we go. Brookstown, 1st and 6 from their 14-yard line. Gutierrez with the handoff. A short gain on the play. That was Mallory Clements, the freshman, taking the handoff. Let's see if she picked up much yardage. They're giving her a gain of 1, setting up a 2nd and 5 from the 15. Both benches emptying. Get a little playing time here for the backups. Gutierrez handing it off. Going to run on the left side. Tackle for a loss. Nice job back there. Who was it? That was Ava Camp coming up with the tackle for loss. Nice job by Camp.
Camp on the stop.
Her 5th tackle of the season. And that sets up a 3rd and 5 from the 15. 5:36, 5:35, clock ticking. The bench, the Pacelli bench, is having a good time now, cheering, and knowing that they've got their ticket pretty much punched for Macon. Gutierrez hands it off. The handoff doesn't happen. The exchange did not work. Blakely Hayes couldn't keep a grip on that one, so they lose a couple of yards on that, and that sets up a punt.
On that play, it'll be 4th down.
5 minutes remaining.
Cougars.
And they lost 3 yards on the play. So here we go. The Vikings getting set up for the punt. Brookstown booting the ball away. Nope, they're going to run a play. Might as well. The pass downfield is caught. 1st down. That was a good play by Brookstone, to say the least.
By Gigi Waldrop.
Wow. Emma Mathis sending and Gigi Waldrop coming up with the big catch. So they get the 1st down. They get to retain the ball. I mean, with you're down 38-0, you might as well go for it on 4th down. I mean, what you got left? What are you going to lose? So there you go. The Lady Cougars getting a little boost to the confidence there, picking up the 1st down, taking it all the way down to the 35-yard line, and a new set of downs. 4:10 remaining here in the 4th quarter. Playing for pride now. They have some, believe me. Gutierrez handing the ball off, but Bailey Hayes brought down behind the line of scrimmage. Ava Camp with her 2nd tackle for loss.
The tackle?
Ava Camp having a night. 2 touchdown receptions, couple tackles for loss. Looking good out there, Ava. So here we go. It'll be 2nd and 8 from the 32. Gutierrez runs the right side on a keeper, brought down behind the line of scrimmage. That looked like Kendall Purnell, 8th grader. Purnell, who's got 3 sacks on the season, so she's been a factor before this season too. Kendall Purnell, also one of the better softball players on the in the school. So there we go. Sets up a 3rd and 8. They'll say no gain on the play. 3rd and 8. 3 minutes remaining here. Brookstone trying to get something to salvage a little bit of pride here. Made a nice play to set this up to still have the ball at this point, trying to put together a drive. So here we go. 3rd and 8 from the 32. Gutierrez rolling right, throwing upfield, almost picked off by Ava Camp. She knocks it down, and that'll set up a 4th down, so they're going to go for it. I mean, they should. 4th and 8. Give it a shot. What do you got to lose? So here we go. Mathis dropping back at quarterback. Mathis upfield and a catch. Nice play by Madison Allport. She makes the catch. They get the 1st down, and they retain the ball. 2 minutes remaining. The ball will, of course, the clock will stop at 2 minutes. So they've got the ball in Viking territory for the first time all night, all the way down at the 34-yard line. And at 2 minutes Time called. Everybody getting things set up, and they're saying
Ball game.
that's the ball game. So Brookstone,
Lady Vikings.
give them points. They never rolled over. They didn't roll over. The Vikings dominated, but Brookstone, they hung in there, and they made a couple of nice plays at the end of the ball game, so they gave them something to think about. All right, so the Pacelli Vikings taking care of business, winning big, beating Brookstone by a score of 38-0 to advance to the state championship game. All right, the Alex Quinney All-State Good Hands Player of the Game. We got to give it to Ava Camp. The Pacelli center, the sophomore who caught 2 touchdown passes and had 2 tackles for loss in the second half to kind of seal the deal when the backups were in there. She had her chance to take care of business, and she did it. So let's make Ava Camp our Alex Quinney All-State Good Hands Player of the Game. Congratulations, Ava. Good job out there, and a great job by the Pacelli Vikings. What a performance they put on. They put the pedal to the metal in the first quarter and never let up. Pacelli, a 38-0 winner over Brookstone. So they advance to the GIAA Flag Football State Championship game once again, which will be played on Thursday at Mount DeSales High School in Macon. The Vikings will be going for their 4th straight state title, looking good and looking like the number 1 seed in the tournament indeed. For Tyler Dykes, our producer, I'm Dave Plata. Thank you for watching GIAA Playoff Flag Football on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.